Dr. Jonah, these days when people gain power or they succeed at becoming presidents of their countries, some of them, the first thing they talk about is that they have in fact killed their animal, their beast. And others, of course, celebrate and all that kind of stuff because it probably means that they are no longer having any relationship with poverty. Any particular reason why Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on March 6, 1957, the key of the speech was that the independence of Ghana would be meaningless unless it is linked with the total liberation of Africa. And he did not simply talk the talk, but in fact, he walked the talk so that Africa could walk the walk.
Well, let's look at that one. Because I followed Nkrumah's rule very carefully, even as a student. The coup, the first coup, and that coup was quite a landmark in Africa. It came, let us not forget, that it came after Houphouët Boigny and others accused Nkrumah of formulating, at that time, terrorism in Africa. And this accused him of having brought Chinese to train terrorists in Ghana. Okay. And then that created problem for other powers. You know, the French concern in Africa was the fear that the epidemic effect of Nkrumah might spread to its friends in the Afro-Francophone areas. And don't forget that shortly after that incident, and when he took that step, I was then in the UN advising on Vietnam. And when he was going to go to North Vietnam, I knew at that time it was like dynamite to say it. And then it was on his way when he reached Beijing that he was overthrown. So there are a lot of factors that really affected him. But he was quite correct because, and that's why he played such a role in the Congo, because, you know, when the Congo dispute started in 1960, Ghana troops were the first to be there, and he was most energetic. But then he realized, look, the situation in the Congo was bigger than he had thought, and therefore that's why he pushed very much for the urgent creation of the Organization of African Unity. So these are the problems, and I said his diagnosis of the situation of Africa was good. Maybe the way it was resolved was a problem, but he means well. You were talking recently about the split within the Middle East. What did Nkrumah did? Nkrumah had experience in Europe where you have countries unite by marriages. So he chose an Egyptian woman to marry. Not that he could not find someone in Ghana, but he was trying to unify both the Arab North and the rest of Africa. So I am one of those who, even though I may see some of the mistakes he made, to really give him great credit for his vision for Africa.